and WEFM.com. WeFM News online on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Be cool for school with free gifts and up to 50% off all the items you will need for back to school. Purchase an HP laptop for only $1,199 and get a free HP laptop bag. That's great, but wait, there is always room for a sale with more free gifts and up to 50% off furniture, appliances, and electronics. Save $500 on a washing machine and get a free iron, or get prices as low as $699 for now and get discounts up to $1,200. Get a blender, mixer, or even a microwave for free with your next purchase of a fridge or stove. Shop now with no cash and get instant credit for 3 to 48 months in store or online at shopcarts.com. The savings, sales, discounts, and offers are all great all month long. Only at Courts. Courts, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has called on mainland China to cease their saber-rattling after they once again threatened military action against Taiwan, this time following a visit from U.S. Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Prime Minister Gonsalves noted that moves made by China do not only affect those within the Chinese community, but also nations as far as St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Gonsalves urged the Chinese government to turn to more peaceful solutions to their disputes.
They affect people not just directly within the Chinese civilization, but they affect countries as far away as St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I am repeating my request over the airways, and I will write the Chinese government to desist from this saber rattling and to desist from conduct which, by any reasonable reflection, would be intimidatory and a threat to the people of Taiwan and to peace and security across the Taiwan Straits and in East Asia and the world. Let us settle our disputes peacefully. And it is better to be talking and talking than warring and warring. So that is my plea this morning.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. Prime Minister Gonsalves left the state today for an official state visit to the Republic of China on Taiwan. The Prime Minister's delegation consists of Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister Andrew Jackson, Minister of National Mobilization Dr. Orlando Brewster, and Letitia Brewster, Taiwanese Ambassador His Excellency Peter Shali Lan, Lennox Bowman, Shavro Macmillan of the API, and the Prime Minister's Security Detail Sergeant Kendall Horn. At least 4 more names are expected to be added to the list for the pronouncement of National Hero. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said recommendations will be made to the Governor General to have Ebenezer Theodore Joshua, Robert Milton Cato, Dr. J.P. Eustace, and George McIntosh to join Chattoyer in the pantheon of national heroes. The Prime Minister, speaking at the Emancipation Rally on Friday, said a committee has been established to also consider the names of women as national heroes. We have talked about this enough, it is time to act, and I intend to, and the Cabinet intends to, because we have done it in the proper consultative manner, Dr. Gonsalves said. He said this is critical to the process of decolonization and the move towards real independence. This move, he says, continues with the renaming of places with colonial names and a strategic push towards reparations for native genocide and slavery. Still on the local scene, Medical Officer of Health Dr. Roger Duncan has given the assurance to the Vincentian public that there is capacity to safely, reliably and sustainably test for monkeypox here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Duncan was at the time speaking at an open forum for monkeypox, which saw presentations from various professionals in the health sector. We hear more from Dr. Duncan.
We're going to minimize the impact on individual and population and community health we're going to have to be able to early detect any monkeypox activity and contain it. So the first pillar of this is to have access to safe, reliable, sustainable testing for monkeypox. Based on everything that we've been doing for COVID-19, we're able to access the ability to test. I am really pleased in my conversations with the Chief Laboratory Technologist, Mr. Elliot Samuel, and who has indicated that we are currently capable to do approximately 400 monkeypox tests in country today, which means that if samples are collected today, that they could be processed in 24 hours, that we'll have a result. And that's important.
That was Medical Officer of Health Dr. Roger Duncan. Dr. Duncan said that while the capacity to conduct 400 tests is currently available, conversations have been initiated with the regional and international partners to gain access to further testing. On to news in the region. Grenada's Ministry of Legal Affairs, Labor and Consumer Affairs says Reginald Lord has been appointed as Labor Commissioner effective August 2nd, 2022. The ministry states Lord brings to the position more than 30 years of extensive experience and training in labor management with specialized focus in occupational health and safety. In his capacity as Labor Commissioner, Lord will support Grenada's Ministry of Labor in the advancement of priority areas such as the minimum wage agenda and health and safety in the workplace. The ministry is also focused on strengthening its dispute resolution function. The government of Grenada thanked his predecessor, Cyrus Griffith, who served for 25 years as Labor Commissioner, including 4 years into his retirement. Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Youth Development and National Service, Foster Cummings, says his ministry is looking to establish entrepreneurship hubs and a business park to create additional opportunities for the nation's youths to develop their entrepreneurial potential. Speaking at the virtual launch of the National Entrepreneurship Development Company's Entrepreneurship Week on Tuesday, Cummings said the exercise is part of his ministry's commitment in expanding the youth development agenda. He said, while this conference targets all entrepreneurs, it aims to assist those who have not yet started a business, help persons to develop their business ideas, and offer measures that many of you small business owners can use to scale up for growth. He said within the last 6 months, his ministry had already initiated a series of programs geared toward empowering the youth, as well as retooling and reskilling them to become employable. On the international scene, the first grain ship to depart Ukraine since Russia invaded has arrived in Turkish waters and completed inspections, Ankara says. Carrying 26,000 tons of corn, the Razoni was inspected by officials from Russia, Ukraine, Turkey, and the UN. It is unclear how quickly the ship will be able to sail onwards to Lebanon, its final destination. Russia has been blockading Ukraine's ports since it invaded in February, intensifying global food shortages. Under the terms of a deal brokered by Turkey and the UN last month, both sides have agreed shipments can resume. Ukraine said its naval vessels will guide cargo ships through waters which have been mined. And finally, in sports, Premier League players will stop the pre-match anti-racism gesture of taking the knee before every match. Top-flight clubs started taking a knee to support the Black Lives Matter movement, which rose to prominence following the death of George Floyd in the United States in May of 2020. Premier League captains took the decision after consulting with players. The gesture will instead be seen before certain rounds of games, including the Boxing Day fixtures and cup finals. Players and staff will also take the knee before the first and last matches of the 2022 to 2023 campaign, as well as dedicated no room for racism match rounds in October and March. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
Get the funds you need now, just in time for back to school with Courts Ready Cash. Plus, if you apply before October 3rd, you will be entered for a chance to win your loan free. That's right, when you take a loan for school expenses from Courts Ready Cash, you could be the lucky winner of up to $10,000 of your loan amount. Also, when you visit us during the month of August, you may receive free gifts like back to school essentials, gift vouchers, Courts Cash, Radio Shack coupons, and much more. Visit your nearest Courts or Ready Cash location or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Conditions apply. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Offer ends October 3rd.
Out with the old, in with the new. In the past, you complained when we failed. We listened and went back to the drawing board. At last, a new, fresh beginning. A fresh face, a new product. International Standard Metals A792 presents Galvaloon, an aluminum roofing metal, branded best used for roofing material, tested and proven to be of superior quality. Get wider coverage for the best prices on the island. We offer a variety of colors, including zinc sheets. Also, take advantage of our unique roofing patterns, U-panel, industrial, and crimp Spanish style. Visit us at the Diamond